We're getting vulnerable in Kitchen Chats today. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. This is what I am doing to help me feel like I'm moving in the direction I want to be going. And I know that sounds different. I don't know. So for me, I really enjoy speaking. I enjoy sharing information. I enjoy reading tarot for people because it's problem solving. One of my favorite things when I was working in a corporate job was digging into problems with people where they would, be working through something and then, you just ask the right questions and see the general direction that things are potentially heading. And then by working through that with them, I never gave them the answers. And if you get a tarot reading with me, I'm probably not going to give you the answers either, because that's just not my style. But what I will do is help you know what the right direction to start heading in is, ask you the right questions to consider as you're facing the problem, and some guidance. I really do enjoy providing guidance. It's just not necessarily the answer. So if it's like a question of like, oh, am I gonna get where I need to go by this time, or when am I going to find the love of my life? The answers that come through probably are not going to be like super exact, where it's like, oh, you're going to find love on November 18th in 2025, right? That's just not my style. But the cards, when I pull them, might say something like, okay, we see what you're looking for. And to get there, it's really key that you start working on standing up in your own power and sharing your true thoughts, because as you work to embody being the most authentic version of yourself, that allows other people to come find you who actually align with you and what you're looking for in life, right? And so it's not quite a direct answer in the sense of I can't tell you the time, or I don't necessarily like to show the time, because for me it's like, okay, well, what if you accomplish that sooner? Timelines, the way time works is things are constantly shifting. We make choices and choices have impacts. And so the tarot reading is like, hey, if you make this choice, it'll keep you going in the direction you want. If you make this choice, most likely this is the direction it's going to go, right? And so that's a little bit about choices and why I'm here and what I like to do. And so my vulnerable share. This weekend I had an injury. Nothing major in the sense that it's treatable, but so it was something that caused me to hold my legs and kind of hold one of my legs in a kind of funky position, which then activated and triggered my knee. And it was really painful. And so with my knee being hurt, it was really interesting because I ended up having a full day of feeling just really disappointed with myself, really upset, and really unsure on how I wanted to move forward with that idea. What was it that would make me feel better? Now, this does relate to today's tarot and coffee pull, because I pulled the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is about sharing your hopes, your dreams, your fears, your emotions with community. And I did that. I shared my concerns, my feelings, my pity, the pity I was feeling for myself. I shared that with a couple people who are very close to me. And by doing that, I was able to see the bigger picture and better understand what this wound that has nothing to do with this emotionalness why it brought up some of that emotions. And then I looked online because sometimes when I have an injury in a particular body part, I think it's interesting to look up, what kind of spiritual meaning people might ascribe to that, right? So I looked up the spiritual meaning of knee pain because I was curious. And so when I did that, what came through was that the knees are in between your feet and your hips, right? And so your feet keep you either rooted in place or moving forward in a certain direction, or side to side or backwards, right? But your feet are the things that propel you. Your legs help move you, right? But your feet are what keep you connected to the ground. And then the hips have this energy that's stored, that's like you and what you really need. And the knees are the connection between the two. So if you're not feeling grounded or secure, or if you feel like you're moving in a direction that isn't what the core being of you wants, then your knees can act up because they're like, I'm getting two different messages here. I'm supposed to be helping unite you two, and instead we're just kind of all over the place. And looking at it that way, and then having that conversation with my community, it really helped that by the time this morning rolled around, even though there's still pain there, it's definitely way more manageable. And there are things that I'm doing that are treating the actual pain, right? Treating the actual wound that I have, right? The injury that I have. So I'm doing that, but also by connecting to those emotions, I was really able to kind of, okay, what else is going on? Because other things are coming up. This isn't just this. Like, I got really emotional all weekend long. And so it was really awesome to kind of tune into that and really see what it is that's going on. Sometimes on the surface we think it's one thing, and then we dig a little bit deeper and then we find it's more things. And for me, this space is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've wanted to be here speaking, to be sharing, to be inspiring, to be offering my wisdom to others so that they can find their own wisdom. I named my Instagram when I started documenting this stuff, Magical Reawakening. And the reason I did that was because I know we all have magic within us that sometimes we don't remember is there. Sometimes we've forgotten it. Sometimes we've intentionally hidden it from ourselves. Sometimes we just have never woken up to it. And so the idea of reawakening to your magic is that opportunity to really look at you and look at what you have to offer and look at it in a different way, because we do all have magic within us. And sometimes we tap into it and sometimes we don't. Some people are very happy not ever tapping into their magic because they have other things that they're meant to be doing, and their magic comes off as very mundane, but guess what? It's still magic. Yeah. Because the things that you are inherently good at is part of your magic. I'm good at asking questions. My tarot readings end up coming off as a lot of questions and a little bit of advice because I want you to also become introspective, which again, not everyone's down for. But I like to think that by asking you questions and helping spark things within you, it lasts longer. Because if I just tell you this is what it is, it's just an answer. But it may not be your answer. It might be an answer, right? Until you take the time to really process it for yourself, that answer is just an answer. And so for me, I've been sitting with this feeling of not enoughness for a little while now. And it wasn't till this injury slowed me down and brought up other feelings, right, that I actually took the time to talk to people that I knew could help me process that not enoughness. So community is really important. And this is a little rambly, and that's just what I do. I ramble a bit. But I like to think that by rambling and getting all of my thoughts out there in the very twisted way sometimes it comes across, that it gives people a chance to pick up on the nuggets that work best for them, and maybe they'll come back and listen again and there'll be another piece of wisdom that they didn't catch because they were off on a different tangent with me. So yeah, I'm glad to be here doing kitchen chats. I guess it's a daily vlog, but it's not really daily. It's preschool daily, so 4 days a week. But maybe I'll do more, who knows. But I am excited to be here and in this space and with you, and I thank you for coming and getting a little pep talk, and I can't wait till next time. Bye for now.